Okay, looks like we are set up here. What I like to do is get on here tonight and talk with you all about, looks like, okay, I had a little glitch there. Sorry about that. Okay, so what we're going to do is talk about this new vagus nerve activation product that I've just been falling more and more in love with as you learn more about the vagus nerve, the 1100 functions in your body that it controls. So it's like the processor that's running in the background. So your computer processor, you're working on other programs, your body's doing everything it's doing, but that vagus nerve is what's in the background, kind of keeping everything going. So it's very exciting. What I like to do, and I've done some on TikTok live, and so I wanted to get on here tonight to YouTube and share with you all some of the most amazing stories coming out of the use of this product. So we've got lots of doctors jumping on board, your functional medicine doctors, naturopaths, especially because they have not seen anything this much of a game changer in the wellness industry in over 4 decades. So it's quite incredible what it's doing inside the body, long term, the effects it's having, just phenomenal. It's really exciting. So when you activate that vagus nerve, you're bringing your body into homeostasis. You're bringing the parasympathetic nervous system, able to bring your body from fight or flight to rest and digest. And it is incredible. When you start to do that, what happens with inflammation, with pain, with your digestion, with just everything's affected. And some of my most exciting things have to do with the cognition arena and mental health, because it is such a huge deal right now. And so many people are struggling. They say the last 6 years have been some of the lowest vagal activity uh, in our history. Just the amount of people suffering from low vagal activity. That means your vagus nerve is not activated properly. That means your fight or flight mode is always being kept on instead of going into rest and digest. So many things are affected by that. Disease, brain. So we're getting everything on my team. Stories of cognition. We're getting stories from people that have been on antidepressants and anti-anxiety meds for decades, and what happens when your body is able to move into a state of calm that you never realized was going to be possible. So it is very exciting. I've got somebody bipolar using it, absolutely loving it. Never felt this good. We've got stories that I can share. I can send them to you. If you reach out to me, drop me a comment or go to my website and email me. We've got stories of dementia reversing. We have so many things happening right now. It is very, very exciting. People going into surgeries and then their recovery, just shocking the medical system. Heart issues, heart disease issues reversing, all of these things. It is incredible. Your vagus nerve runs from your brain stem, so it's affecting everything in the brain, and it runs basically to your rectum. And in between that, it touches every organ the entire way down. So we're talking lungs, heart, kidneys, gallbladder, pancreas, all of that, and then the gut. So many receptors in the gut. And when these special drops that they've just had the technology in the last few years, finally had the technology. They knew the science was there. They just could not extract the bitters from the plant to get it into the hands of people because it had been so prohibitive cost-wise before. So it's exciting. The science is decades, maybe a century old. but it's finally available for us just in the last like 18 months. So it's pretty cool. Um, we're just finding the sleep, the brain fog, all of those things are so affected and rather quickly too. It's exciting. I mean, there's some people it takes a little longer. I just say stick with it, give it 3 to 6 months while it's working on the inside. We got so many skin issues and your all your autoimmune issues, all of those things. Pretty exciting. So I'm going to read you here, and I'm just making sure that this is staying up here. Still figuring out to YouTube. I hadn't really done that before, so kind of exciting. Some of the side effects that you're going to have to watch for when taking this, just literally a single ingredient supplement. I mean, what God created is so amazing. So this is what I've been gleaning from people that are trying it with me and loving it so much. Better sleep right off the bat, reduced brain fog, reduced appetite, more energy, increased libido. That one's huge. So many stories coming out. Okay, not with libido, but with hormone balance and all of that too. That there was a lady, she just basically shared how it saved her marriage the other day on one of our calls. It was so cool. Reduced inflammation, better digestion, bowel movement regulation, improved prostate. Yeah, that one's huge too. There's some cool stories. Increased blood flow, hair growth, smoother skin, improved recovery, improved strength, calm, relaxed feeling, better focus, improved cognition, function, and hormone regulation. Just unbelievable, especially that menopause, perimenopause, just when you feel like you're losing it. This comes along and just brings the most incredible balance that people just didn't even think was going to be possible. So it's pretty exciting. Hot flash reduction, overall health improved. It's just very, very exciting. So the vagus nerve, I've got a little, if you look on my YouTube channel, you'll see me from the summer, a little 2-minute kind of explanation on what the vagus nerve does in your body and the pathway it creates for communication. It's just huge, absolutely huge, so exciting. The thing too, so I'm going to get to some testimonies here to share with you. The cool thing too is that your pets also have a vagus nerve. So the stories coming out now, people giving it for just really huge issues that they'd normally have to go spend so much money at the vet for. It's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting what happens when you give even your pet the tools to help with their health. So this is Audra sharing. She says, my experience with these vagus nerve drops. I've been meaning to share something that's truly transformed my wellness journey. For the past 3 months, I've been using an all-natural product called Fix, a matured hops extract. So that's what I was telling you about. This activation that activates the vagus nerve. This activation helps bring the body back into homeostasis, the natural state of balance we all need more of. Since starting Fix, I've noticed some incredible changes: better sleep, significantly reduced anxiety, even new hair growth, which caught me totally by surprise. But here's the biggest shift, she says. I've been on antidepressants for almost 20 years. For most of that time, I honestly believed I'd never be able to come off of them. But with Fix supporting my nervous system and overall well-being, I've begun the process of weaning off my antidepressants and my anti-anxiety meds, something I never imagined was possible. Of course, if you're going to do it under the guidance of your doctor, the usual there. So, here's to healing, balance, and discovering new paths to wellness. I have a dear friend, and she was just in so much stress in her life, a little bit out of her control. But when she got started on these drops, nothing changed in her circumstance. Nothing. It actually got a little bit worse initially. But inside, she became a whole new person inside. Was absolutely blown away. with how she was able to handle these huge stressors that were outside of her control. But what changed inside was this calm, and then that the stomach issues, everything related to the anxiety and all that was gone. So it's really, really exciting. When you start to realize what activating the vagus nerve is able to do. There's lots of gadgets you can buy. There's the hot and cold plunges, which are fun. I love them too. But that's not feasible for everybody all the time. So when you have something that is just so simple that you can do on a daily basis or for a while, whatever you would like, it's really exciting. I just started realizing I just can't not share this because it's been so meaningful to so many, to my family, to so many in my orbit, my circle, and now I'm meeting more and more people. So it's really exciting. Tanya says, let me share with you a life-changing discovery that's transformed my stress levels, energy, and overall well-being. It's called the vagus nerve. And then the amazing part is you can actually activate your vagus nerve, flipping the switch from chaos to calm when you sip these drops. So they're tasteless, they're odorless. They activate the vagus nerve, support the parasympathetic responses, leading to reduced tension, improved digestion, increased calmness, and boosted energy for what truly matters. I was unaware of the tension I was carrying until I started doing this intentionally, and it's been a game changer. This is your reminder that you have more control over your stress than you think. You just need to know where the switch is, and I've discovered the ultimate switch. So that's pretty exciting. This lady shares, she posted in our group. She was just explaining that it's clinically studied and all of that. We've got the white pages on that, and activates the TAS2R bitter receptors in your gut. So longer support, deeper calm. My sleep is the best it has been in a long time. I'm not having wild dreams. I'm not tossing and turning, and when I wake up, I actually feel rested. My 2 p.m. crash now only hits once or twice a week when it used to hit every single day. Since taking the drops, I felt calmer, more grounded, and no longer stuck in the hypervigilant state I lived in for so long. And she says, I'm going to keep dropping more testimonies. That one of the ladies on the call the other day shared about the stored trauma in her body. And when she was able to start on these drops, she did not realize what a journey it would take her through in healing, because of your central nervous system, your parasympathetic nervous system, all of that is affected to that brain, the trauma, the emotional state. It was huge. I mean, her story, like, you needed tissue because it's so phenomenal. Just one of the amazing tools, all natural, God made. It's just so exciting to have something so simple. First thing CJ says, the first thing I experienced while taking these drops was it helped me with keeping my blood pressure at normal levels. I also noticed my sleep is improved. I fall asleep faster and is much deeper, sounder sleep. The best improvement I've realized is with my eyesight. I've had floaters in my eyes for many years that are now gone. I've also realized that 90 to 95% of the astigmatism I had is gone now. How exciting is that? And for her, it's the visceral fat has been a huge thing too. Let's see. Casey said, so this lady says, my hair is filling back in. I'm no longer getting a brush full every morning. Not only is it filling in, the new growth is coming in my natural color instead of the silver I had been going. This is amazing stuff, and done so much for me in just a month. So that's pretty exciting. See, due to all the flooding in my area, I should be extremely stressed. Okay, so this lady is saying how it's just brought her such calm, and her hormones are still in check, even with everything that's, I think she was, in one of the flood zones. So this is a few months ago. I'm falling asleep faster, staying asleep longer than before. After all the recent trauma, my digestion is getting better each day. Um, so that was pretty exciting. There's just so many. I literally could spend hours just sharing people's stories from my team, from the people I know. Um, just really, really exciting. And it balance because it helps balance hormones, helps do all that stuff. This one lady was sharing on the call the other night too. She says she's pretty sure it saved her marriage because they were about done. Like she was just a mess. There's, when you're struggling with hormone balance, and everything that trickles down from that, it is not a fun place to be in. Um, so let's see. Kimberly says I began taking it in May. From day one, it was amazing. Increased my energy, helped my joints. Sleep was much better, hair healthier and thicker, mood more balanced. All around felt so much better. Um, let's see. Reading the next one. Um, at first, okay, so then Stephanie shares, at first, I thought Fix wasn't working for me. I didn't really notice much. My husband had great results within a couple weeks. Now I'm noticing amazing things. So it just depends. Like some people are going to notice huge things right away. It's pretty exciting when that happens. And then some people just aren't going to notice externally right away. But what's happening on the inside is just always so exciting. Um, so she said, I've had issues with swollen legs and feet for years. Even when I was at a very healthy weight, my legs were still swollen. My doctors tested me for congestive heart failure because I was retaining so much fluid. They put me on diuretics, but that didn't work because it wasn't water, it was blocked lymph fluid. Now my legs and feet no longer feel like I'm walking on concrete pillars. My shoes are so loose I could hardly keep them on. I've had lots of pain issues from scar tissue and really aggressive osteoarthritis. I had a knee replacement in my early 50s. I can now run up and down stairs with no pain. I helped my daughter move last week and I was running all over the house directing the movers, and I didn't get tired or sore. Amazing stamina. I had a full hysterectomy when I was 30. Hormones have been off ever since, and I can't take HRT due to breast cancer. My lady parts are not in the best shape. But now I'm not having hormone issues, no night sweats, no dryness. Things are working much better. These drops are miraculous. They don't cure anything, but they allow our bodies to be in a state where our bodies can heal themselves. And what a blessing. So that is really exciting. So we just keep getting um, more and more stories like this. Um, let's see. No, okay, so then Shannon says, um, I will list my results again. Now she's got her mother, sisters, her daughter. All her friends are taking it. She has no pain, no anxiety. Her mood is better, more energy, skin is softer, lost inches and some pounds, no headaches, less frustration, feeling amazing and happy, better digestion function, no feeling bloated after eating. And did I mention no pain? This one is huge for me. I have 2 herniated discs and have had severe leg pain, and I was getting injections in my back, and I have no pain. It helps to activate the vagus nerve. Okay, so that was pretty exciting. Herniated discs are not fun, very, very painful. So that is really, really huge. Um, so yeah, I've got um, lots of mental health stories, just huge cravings, addictions, and then of course the Alzheimer's, dementia reversal. It's been quite a journey learning about this, um, interviewing people when they uh, find it's helping them so much. So jump on my website, connect with me. You can email me info@rebeccamccord.com. You can go to my website, rebeccamccord.com, and drop comments here on this live. And I am just super excited to help you. And I'd love to hear what you're struggling with. Then I'll customize some information for you, and we'll go from there and see what we can do. We'll work on it together. And bless you so much. Thank you for jumping on here with me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening or day wherever you're tuning in from.